Welcome back to the Hood News Fantasy Football Podcast. This is episode 99. I got my dogs here with me, MFB.
Yes, sir.
And BBTB. With the drapes in the background. This is the Week 11 Midweek Report. We're going to go over a couple things that happened, significant news this week, some of it more significant than other news. Let's go ahead and start it off with the Cardinals, the best team in the NFL. Marvin Harrison Jr. had appendicitis surgery on his appendix and will be out for Week 11 for sure. He could potentially miss more than Week 11. I would like to hear your guys' thoughts before I start speaking.
I don't know what appendicitis is, so if one of y'all could explain it.
Basically, I think he's getting his appendix taken out, right? Is that what that surgery is?
I believe that's what it is. You can look into it further, but he will be sidelined. He will need to get stitches across his abdomen, like midsection, so he cannot play. Like, it will rip the stitches. So if he needs to get it for two, like if there's potential that it can rip after 2 weeks, then yeah, he will not play next week, the following week as well. So there is potential for that.
I mean, man, it sucks for the near term, right? Like, what do you do? Like, I would say, like, you could try to buy him maybe if the guy's like, damn, like if the team that has Marvin is like a 3-win team, a 4-win team, shaky, right? And like they're in a win now type of situation. You could try to buy Marvin for like later on if he's cheap enough, right?
Yeah.
And if you're like a high winning team, 6-7 wins, you could probably not sweat like, holding onto Marvin, because it should be like a 2-week absence and he'll be okay. It's not like an actual athletic injury,
Yeah, I'm probably just holding on to him. It doesn't seem like it's that bad of an injury. Obviously missing 1 game, potentially 2 towards the end of the regular season is a little tough.
Yeah, if I have Marv, I would try to trade him away to someone else. Take any Cardinals players off my team besides McBride. McBride's a stud, bro. But
do you think this gets more targets than McBrizzy?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
You wouldn't want to roster like
Michael Wilson.
Who the hell's on that team again? Michael Wilson,
Greg Dortch, who's doing like punt returns.
Greg Dortch,
Zay Jones, Achilles torn last game. Achilles torn.
Yeah. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. So he's out. I picked up Michael Wilson just because his projection, if you're in Yahoo, his projection is like almost 13 points. I was like, there's no way he hits 13 fantasy points this week.
I don't know, man. I mean, they do play SF this weekend? Depleted defense.
Yeah, and they're playing in Arizona.
You don't know what could happen.
Yeah.
That could be that's a big game, bro, because that could swing Arizona to like only 2 games behind the Niners.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's going to be huge for McBride, honestly. If you're a McBride owner, I mean, do not get rid of McBride. Keep him. He's been looking great with Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. Let's move on to the next topic. Brian Daboll fired from the Giants as head coach. Very weird. There's a lot of different people are saying that, they should have fired the GM and blah, blah, blah. But what do you guys take? MLB, you look like you want to say something.
It's just like Daboll's kind of been on the hot seat for a minute, right? Ever since the Saquon trade from last season, right?
Yeah.
And since then, like, this is just the last straw that broke the camel's back when, I mean, bro, if you notice, I don't know if you guys knew this, right? So Jackson Dart was in the concussion protocol like once a week for the past month.
Yeah.
Right? And people are talking like, oh, Daboll just kept pushing him through to play. Like, just F it. Like, bro, homie's getting concussed every week, bro. So that's not healthy.
And it's like, what are you playing
for? You and your brain, right? Yeah. So, like, and I get it, like, you're trying to win games. Maybe he's trying to keep his job. I don't know the true intent of Daboll, right? But it's also just very unlucky what happened to this guy's team. Cam Scatterbo got hurt. Malik Neighbors got hurt. Now Jackson Dart got hurt. They lose a crazy fourth quarter lead, right? After Russell Wilson is in. So they kind of just got to put it on somebody, and they put it on Dable. I think Dable can easily bounce back, and if you want to make a call right now, he coaches the Titans next year.
Possibly.
Yeah, I could see that. I wish he would come to the Cardinals, man. Please fire Jonathan Gannon, please.
I was gonna say though, if you're a Jackson Dart owner, I am trading him away because they're probably realizing like, yo, Dable ran that homie to the ground. We're not gonna run him to the ground. Trade him away. You know. So
I mean, yeah, I guess.
But he had 2 rushing touchdowns last game. He had 26.
Yeah, but who's gonna buy him? He's not the starter anymore.
Huh?
So yeah, along with the news that Dable was fired, Jameis Winston has been named the starter at least over Russell Wilson. So stream of the week candidate.
But it's because Jackson Dart's out though, yeah? It's not because Jackson Dart's just concussed. He's not playing this week.
Yeah, Jameis Winston has been named the number 2 over Russell Wilson, not named the starter going forward. But I don't know about trading away Jackson Dart per se. I think he still will be okay. It just may not be as aggressive, as athletic, as many runs and things like that. That's it for that topic. Very unfortunate for Brian Dable. Next topic, AJ Brown had, I guess it was on a stream, but the quote was that he said, "If you got me in fantasy, get rid of me." How do you guys feel about that? Do you believe it?
I don't believe it one bit. I don't believe it one bit. I know he's saying that. He's saying that out of pure frustration. That's going to wake up Nick Sirianni every single season that he's been on the Eagles. He turns up towards the end of the season. AJ Brown's just fine. I'd say go get AJ Brown, in my opinion, for the low, though. You know, like try to act like, become a salesman. But I'm not tripping.
Yeah, I'm kind of not tripping either. Just because the setting that it happened in, right? It was like on some guy's like Madden stream, and the guy asked like, "Hey, how you doing? Like mentally, family, you know what I'm saying?"
Mm-hmm.
And the homie was just like, AJ Brown was just talking, and the streamer guy was just hella weak. Yeah. Overall, I wouldn't be crazy worried. I think Eagles have pretty good wide receiver schedule upcoming and playoffs, so I wouldn't be mad at anyone trying to buy AJ Brown right now. The offense does look abysmal, but there has to be a couple of AJ Brown bomb games left.
There will be, trust me, bro. Every season, towards the end of the year, AJ Brown pops off.
I mean, depending on your league's trade deadline and things like that, if he were to pop off, if your trade deadline is this week, then you either, you keep him, right? But if it's next week, I would be, if he pops off this week, I would want to trade him away after that and get more out of him. So at least hold him for one more week at a minimum. But yeah, I just think that the way that offense moves, he doesn't necessarily, they don't need to feed him the ball. Like for the offense to move, they don't need to. They'll do it in other ways. They'll use Devon Smith. They'll use Goddard. They'll use Saquon on the ground. And so, I don't know. The way that offense is moving, it's just not moving through him per se. And so he will have big games, but it might not. Like it could lose your week, could win your week. You know what I mean? So, anyways, that's it on AJ Brown. Next on the list, Ramondre's been ruled out for Thursday Night Football. There was some quick comment. NFL insider Dan, I don't know how you say that, Graziana, I don't know how you say that. But anyways, he expects Ramondre to reclaim the starting role when healthy. So although he's out for Thursday Night Football this week, Ramondre is actually expected to retake or reclaim the number 1 spot as running back for the Patriots. How do you guys feel about Travion Henderson?
Personally, I think if Travion Henderson has himself another game, that will be a split backfield. And so, I don't know. I'm not really tripping if Ramondre comes in. But if Travion Henderson drops a little dookie, then Ramondre will come in and do his thing. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of see that situation happening. I mean, bro, he popped off. He did amazing. He hit like a record speed or something for this season. I
Yeah.
wish they used him like this every game and just forgot about Ramondre.
Yeah, for real.
But it's kind of unlikely we see just him get that week in and week out, even though he is like a really good rookie talent.
Yeah, as long as Ramondre is healthy, he's going to eat into Travion's workload. Now, we saw what he can do when he's able to get loose. So he just needs the opportunities. He had 14 carries in his last 2 games, so not even anything crazy. But yeah, against Tampa Bay, 14 carries, 147 yards and 2 touchdowns, as you guys probably saw highlighted. So against the Jets, he'd probably go out and do his thing. They like Ramondre. They're not going to bench him or let Travion just take over that backfield. It's only if Ramondre's out. So in your opinion, if he does well this week, do you sell him high? They have a very good schedule upcoming. They play Cincinnati after week 12, and the Giants, the bye week, Buffalo, Baltimore, and the Jets again, week 17.
I would not sell him high if he goes crazy.
Okay.
A little hot take. I wouldn't even sell Patriots player. Don't sell no Diggs. Don't sell Drake May. I think Hunter Henry will get a couple solid games in there. I don't know. Pats should. I don't know. Hot take, but
Keep Patriots.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this: Would you go out and buy Ramondre for cheap, since they're probably going to go back to him? It's going to be more than likely some sort of split backfield that he will reclaim the number 1 role. Would you go out and get him while he's injured?
For like pennies, but if Travion pops off, no. Like, I will not go out of my way.
So weeks 11 through 17, the Pats have the easiest strength of schedule.
It looks good
for running backs.
Yeah, it looks really good for running backs. That's why I was saying, like, I mean, if you were to sell him high, you sell it on the schedule. Say, look, the schedule upcoming is amazing. Even if he's splitting work, you can see what he's done. Blah blah blah. Right? I might actually go out and trade for Ramondre. So I don't know. I'm tempted. Anyways, that's it on Ramondre. Next on the list, Joe Burrow could potentially be back week 13. They just activated on Monday. I think they activated him off IR. So his 21-day practice window is open. What does that mean for Bengals? And will they actually run him back week 13? What do you guys think?
I think it depends how well they do these next 3 games. If they win 3 or they win 2 of them, they probably get Joe Burrow back and be like, yeah, this is when we make the run to reach the playoffs, right? They're 3rd in the AFC North, only 1 game above the Browns and 2 games behind the Steelers. So if they lose 1 game or lose 3, like 0-3, they probably just say, like, yo, let's sit back, contain the franchise quarterback, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, let's see the schedule. They got Pittsburgh. That's a tough matchup. They got New England. That's a tough matchup. They got Baltimore and Buffalo. Then Joe Burrow should be back by Buffalo. Yeah, I'm selling my players. If I'm a Bengals owner, I'm selling them high. I'm trying to go get, like, I don't know, Josh Jacobs. I'm trying to go get just teams that are like fighting for a spot. Because I really do think, hot take, Bengals go 0 for 4 in the next games. I don't see them beating these upcoming teams.
How about this, right? They got Pittsburgh, New England, Baltimore, right?
It's tough.
Yeah. Pittsburgh is probably their best chance of winning the game, right? I think Aaron Rodgers can go in there and carve them up. and win them the game. And then even Tyler Warren on the floor has been Jalen Warren. I'm thinking, sorry, I mixed up. Yeah, Jalen Warren's been. I mean, he could easily also put in a lot of work on the ground, right? And so I think it's going to be a shootout.
But I think after those 3 games, the Bengals schedule softens up a lot, right?
Yeah,
because what I'm seeing here for wide receivers, they have the second best, second easiest strength of schedule until playoffs.
So this is the thing: is if you have Bengals players. Like if you have the receivers, right? You have Jamar Chase, you have T. Higgins. If they win this game, they're more likely, like there's more of a chance that they'll bring Joe Burrow back, right? To play week 13. If they lose this game and they lose against New England, which is more than likely what's going to happen, then they're like, okay, playoff is kind of not really in the cards for them. So I don't know if they bring him back or they rush him back.
Yeah.
And then the receivers.
Why did I think of that? It's crazy.
Shouts out Kimo.
Yeah. So anyways, I think that what I was trying to say is their best shot to win it. They're probably going to lose to New England, probably lose to Baltimore. I was saying if they win against Pittsburgh, do you think that it's more likely that he will play? In which case, if they win, would you keep the receivers? And if they lose, would you try and trade away the receivers? Do you know what I'm saying?
But why take that risk though? If you're a team that's, I don't know, like the first seed all the way down to like the 8th seed right now, right? And you're trying to either guarantee your bye spot or your playoff spot. I'm trading Chase for like Kyron Williams and a wide receiver too. Like I'm doing some things that I know that there are already teams at the top chasing that actual playoff spot, the actual clinch of their division. So why take that risk? Like, oh, Joe Burrow, week 13, 14, save for next year. I'm being honest. I think they're either 3-10 or 4-9 by week 14. Like, God damn. I'm being real. I just don't see them beating these teams. I just don't see it.
Yeah, the defense is actually terrible. Like, it's really bad.
The defense is still terrible, yeah. Which is why I think, like, if they can hold on a little bit, right? Depending how, like, the rest of right? It's a divisional thing, right? So depending on how the Baltimore games turn out, depending on how the Steelers games turn out, if they're still within reach of making a run, I think the opposite. I think you trade for the Bengals receivers. Because if the defense is so bad, we're going to see a repeat of last year where Joe Burrow has to turn the heaters on every game and just start bombing it to Jamar Chase.
Yeah, honestly, I was saying if they win against Pittsburgh, that's more than likely the case that they're closer, that much closer to being like in playoffs. So that for me, if they win against Pittsburgh, then it would make more. That's what I was asking. Would that make more of a case for you to trade for them?
I can't look at it just one. I have to look at it all like the whole next 2 or 3 games.
But
because that's Joe Burrow's timeline anyway. They're not going to decide after next week, no matter what the outcome.
No. I'm saying, but it makes it more likely that because if they lose, they're not going to rush Joe Burrow back. I'm like, all right, like it's not happening, right? Like,
so are you saying like if you're like a 1 seed, 2 seed, or 3 seed owner, go trade for Chase because we're banking on week 14, 15, 16, 17 because that's the last game of the season plus quarterfinals, semifinals, and championships.
I mean, if Burrow's back, I think like those receivers will blow up. That's kind of all my takes, right? Sure, I'm not saying you got to go buy the homies. I'm just saying like the schedule's nice. The defense sucks. If they're in playoff contention,
you're not wrong at all. It's just
remember last year where they needed some crazy outcome, but they were kind of on a run like the last 4 weeks. Like their record was so bad, but they still hella tried. And they were winning games.
Some small probability,
but they still didn't make it overall.
If 3 teams lost and whatever, like if the Dolphins lost,
they didn't make it. But they were going stupid those games.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know,
Joe Burrow back. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. So, anyways, all right, let's ask then. BT, do you trade for or trade away Bengals players or the receivers? We'll talk about Jamar Chase.
I'm like 50-50. If I'm a higher seed and I know that I can use Chase in my playoffs, yes. But if I'm in the middle seeds between 4 and 8, I need that playoff push. I'm going out and trading Chase for like a chain, Kyron, Josh Jacobs, maybe even a small wide receiver 2 in there, if you can. That's what I'm saying. But if you're 1 through 3, well, go get Chase, go get Higgins. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on. Next topic. Actually, this is our last topic on the list. Travis Hunter out for the season-ending surgery. It'll take 6 months to recover. So, a couple things in this. What happens to the receivers in Jacksonville? And then also, do you believe there are people talking about it has to do with him playing two ways, like both sides of the ball? Do you think that has anything to do with it? I know it was a practice issue, like the mishap, but what do you guys think for his future?
I feel like it was definitely had to do with being a two-way player. I think before the season started, one of the like ex NFL receivers that like Hall of Famers like Ocho Cinco or like I have no clue, but they were just saying like that dude's hamstring is gonna get like ran on, like his shit's gonna get tired and tired and tired, and it's gonna hurt him like in down the line. And as we see it, he got hurt he's out for the season. So going back to your first question, does this hurt like Jacksonville receivers? I wouldn't touch a Jacksonville receiver. Like, I don't know what this hype about is of Parker Washington. Congrats, buddy. You got a kick return for a punt return for a tutty. Like, no.
Hey, that was a nasty punt return, bro.
It was.
That was a nasty
So-
one. I'm not gonna
But
lie.
if that doesn't happen,
Homie sent 3 different guys to a different zip code, and then gone.
So one thing before. Wait, are you done, BB2?
kind of, yeah.
I was gonna say it's not actually hamstring; it was LCL surgery. That's the
It was a knee surgery.
Yeah. It wasn't hamstring, but I don't know. Parker Washington seems to be doing his thing, and he's been pretty solid the last few weeks. I know that last week there was no BTJ, but
He seems like the best option right now. BTJ is just.
Yeah, but you also got Jacoby. You also got.
Is he the bust
Queens
of the
coming
draft?
back.
Like, I don't even know at this point. I think he's the bust of the draft.
Who?
he might be
Brian Thomas.
Brian Thomas.
Of Jack, like the year draft or fantasy draft?
This
Fantasy.
fantasy draft.
Oh, for sure. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roughly that high, first round? The heck? So
Yeah.
sorry.
It probably is him, honestly. Yeah, I just. Do you trade for Brian Thomas, or do you just leave him to rot on another roster?
Hype him up. Hype him up, get rid of him. You don't want that headache. Go trade him for like Chase Brown right now or some shit. Can you get Chase Brown for that? No.
No.
Possibly get like, hold on. Let me think.
Let me know because I have him, so I'm looking at.
Do you want me to pull up my calculator? I'll tell you who you could buy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Pull up your
Hope that
calculator.
calculator, 'cause
In the meantime, yeah,
You
Jacoby
could.
Myers is there.
The
So
best case, you could try to get Travion.
okay.
You could try to get Omarion Hampton.
Amazing.
You could get like J-Mo, Sutton, Jordan Addison,
I'd do that all day.
D. Monty, RJ Harvey,
Yo.
Kenneth Walker, Woody Mark. Like, just
I
give you
might
some
go
names to
send
think
that
about.
trade BTJ for JMO.
I like
do
that. But yeah, get rid of him.
Yeah. It's tough because Jacoby Myers is there now, and so targets are obviously gonna not move away from Brian Thomas Jr. But when I guess when Travis Hunter was ruled out, like he went on IR previously, like before last week, before they traded for Jacoby Myers, it was like, oh, sweet, Brian Thomas is going to get all the offensive work, right? All the offensive targets. But yeah, now with Jacoby Myers and then Parker Washington doing his thing, like it feels like the targets are just going to get spread around to everyone. So I don't know. I kind of like BBTB's take, trade him away. I don't think he just turns up second half of the season somehow. You never know, but yeah. Anything else on Travis Hunter or the Jaguars?
Nope.
Cool. that'll do it for the midweek report. We'll see you guys on the next episode, our 100th episode. We'll see you guys there. Peace.